We're going. It is about minus 20 degrees Celsius outside right now. There's been a shift of about 30 degrees Celsius over the last 2 days. I was out there bucking the leftovers of last year's wood order 3 days ago. No way will I be out there today. Anyway, tomorrow on it'll be the 5th, February 5th. I have been informed that there will be a meeting in London called by my buddy Terence Giles, there we are, back in October. That was October 5th, the day after the London Forum speech. Under some kind of heading of a national Synergist meeting. This meeting that supposedly will be happening tomorrow in London has not been endorsed by the NSPNA, the National Synergist Party of North America, whose intellectual property National Synergy is. Here's the history. Back in the summer of 2010, at a meeting of what was at that time the NSPNA executive, at that time called the Renaissance Party of North America. At that meeting, the dynamic, this whole coming together, this convergence that had been identified by me, was labeled by my ex-colleague, Sean Wurster, as National Synergy. There were two contenders. And when the vote came down to it, I mean, it was unanimous. He won us all over to why this whole thing should be called National Synergy. And at that point, National Synergy became the intellectual property of the entity, the corporate entity of the RPN, to become the NSPNA. That was in 2010. The full notion, concept of National Synergy was officially introduced by me in 2013 via this puppy. If one turns to the index on page, I haven't got my glasses on, sec. On page 428, National Synergy itself is mentioned 21 times in the book. Definitions of, meanings of, implications of, then National Synergist and National Synergists, the plural, is also mentioned a slew of times. That was in October 2013, the first edition. This is the second edition here, was introduced. And again, being the intellectual property of what at that time was the actual incorporated entity of the RPN, which was incorporated in March of 2013. In other words, several months prior to the launching of the first edition of Anschluss. So, we, the holders, the legal holders, proprietary rights, have heard nothing from Mr. Giles. God only knows what is going to come out of his mouth. I mean, he does tend to be a bit all over the map. You know, he changes his name in Facebook, his identity, more than I change my fucking underwear. But so be it. Now, Terrence has gone hostile, along with a handful of other little nigglets who've got their panties in a knot over who knows what, but they're in process of losing. You know, they're going down. And anyone who wants to go along with them for the ride, you're more than welcome to. Like, fuck off already. And that's where it sits. It's getting sillier and sillier and sillier. It's just, like, honestly. Lads, can you get any more fucking retarded? Is it possible? Is it possible? I think you can. And by the way, all my faculties are intact. Last time I checked, I was not a crazy old bag lady. If this shit continues, I will smack you down via legal counsel with a restraining order so quickly it will leave your fucking head spinning. So you watch what you do tomorrow, because it will get back to me.